Hello, hello. This is Benjamin Edwards, aka the Champion Guy, and this is a Friday. And wow, we're getting ready for New Year's in a couple of days. And with that said, they call me the Champion Guy because, well, I won a lot of trophies in my days. This is about 356 that I won between 2006 and 2014 in martial arts, all over the age of 50 years old. And then years before that, coming up, when I was in high school, I also excelled in sports and track and field also. Anyway, I am a retired health professional. I've spent 40 years in the health field. I was 40 years in nursing. Let me adjust this light here. Yeah, I was about 40 years in the nursing profession. Last 15 of that, I was a wound specialist. Now you say, well, what the hell is a wound specialist? Well, a wound specialist is somebody that's concentrate on hard to heal wounds, Most of the wounds of the lower extremities and stuff, feet, legs, blah, blah, blah. Even other areas of the body. But that was my specialty. And I also have a degree from Cortland State University. It's part of the Sony system in New York City. Actually, New York State, because it was upstate New York. It was way up kind of in the boondocks, I call it. Not too far from Cornell University, about 20 miles north of Cornell, between Ithaca and Binghamton, New York. Really good school back then. It was one of the top pioneering schools for public health and health education, period. Anyway, I'm also an online marketer. I do online marketing, which I really enjoyed. It took me quite a while to get the hang of it. I lost a lot of money, a lot of time, but I call it a lesson. Anytime you learn something, it's a lesson. If you keep making the same mistakes, well, I don't know. Anyway, so here I am now. I'm retired, and like I said, I am an online marketer, and I have one main company that I utilize, because my passion is health. So my YouTube here, I'll be talking about marketing in general, online marketing. But because I love health, so I'll be talking about some health topics from time to time. So today, I just want to talk just briefly about high blood pressure. A lot of people, thousands and thousands of people, walking around today with high blood pressure and don't even know it. And it's serious, okay? It's called the silent killer because most of the time, or a lot of times, you don't really feel anything, So you can go through years and years and years with it and not really, have that much symptoms, at least that you feel and stuff. Before I get into all that, let me just make a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, not an MD. Anything I say, this is for educational purposes only, information. You need to speak to your physician, your doctor, medical professional for your particular situation and everything else. Okay, let me make that plain. This is just for informational purposes only. And even if I mention some products, again, they're not to cure, diagnose, anything like that. Seek your doctor and get their advice. Okay, now with that said, let's get back on to the hypertension. So, like I said, it's called the silent killer, and because like I said, most of the time you don't really feel that much, but it does a lot of damage, especially over time. High blood pressure over a long period of time. People think that, well, you get a high blood pressure and then boom, you're gonna have a stroke right then. Well, that may happen too and stuff, but a lot of times this happens over a long period of time. And believe it or not, they've been finding that it starts kind of a little early. It's not just the old people or, alcoholics or anything like that just, have high blood pressure. It can start at an early age. And let's go about some little facts about high blood pressure. This is from the American Heart Association. And that's another thing too. Try not to get your information from your broke next door neighbor or your relative, that knows everything about everybody and everything, Okay. Go get your information from comfort from good resources. Or from your doctor, okay? Your doctor's that's the best resource, stuff like that there. So high blood pressure, also referred to as hypertension. Say hypertension. Hyper means, above. Hypo is low, okay? So we're not talking about hypo today. We're talking about hyper, okay? It's when your blood pressure, the force of blood flowing through the blood vessels is consistently too high. And that's another thing too, is that flow, because it's at a high pressure, it can break down the inner linings of your blood vessels, okay? And that starts the whole process. When your inner lining of your vessels, arteries, stuff like that, they start to deteriorate. It starts a whole process, and then it get clogged up and blah blah blah. And it may time, it may take time. Sometimes it takes years, stuff like that, then depending upon what part of the body, But anyway, nearly half of American adults have high blood pressure. Many don't even know that. That's what I just said a little while ago. It's a lot of people walking around. Make sure you get a checkup. My thing is preventive medicine. Prevention. That's my thing. I'd rather teach people about things so that they can do things to prevent things from happening. Why wait till you get a stroke, or it's all your pressures sky high and just everything gets all out of hand. Okay, when you can prevent it. Okay, so that's the key thing. And I believe that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And I feel that once a person knows the reason why they should or should not do things, then, they will kind of respond a little bit better, You just can't just tell people, I remember back in the, my college days, health education. And that's why health education came out as a separate, science, because, at that time smoking was the biggest thing. So they was trying to get people to stop smoking, decrease. But they found that, just telling people, hey, stop smoking, this correlation between cancer and blah, blah, blah. Well, that didn't quite work, And so, anyway. So, let's see here. Yeah, see, high blood pressure is a silent killer. Okay, so don't take my word for it. Go to some of these good sources. See, most of the time there are no obvious symptoms. Okay. When left untreated, the damage that high blood pressure does to your circulatory system is a significant contributing factor to heart attacks, strokes, a lot of health threats and stuff like that. Okay, remember I was just saying that, a lot of times the inner lining of your blood vessels, start to deteriorate because of that the high pressure of the high blood pressure, and it starts tearing down, and then it's like a sore. You get a sore. You ever get a sore, something like that? There, you cut yourself or something, whatever, and then scab tissues start to come over, and then other tissues, and you look up and say, Jesus Christ, got this big old scab on my. Well, the scab is good. The scab is part of the healing process, and underneath of that, there the tissue is healing. Well, it kind of almost work a little bit that way. The vessels, start to deteriorate, break down. Scar tissues and stuff like that start to build up. And next thing you know, it's get a little clogged up. Okay, let's see here. Now they got risk factors. They got sometimes it's inheritance, hereditary, predisposition, stuff like that. But there are a lot of things that you can do that's help to prevent, and this is called what they call modifiable risk factors. Okay. I guess we can be politically correct with that. But it's the same thing, It's the thing of, preventive measures and stuff like that. Things that you have control of, okay? There's a lot of stuff that you yourself have control of with your body. And you need to do that, New Year's coming. Okay, I don't know what kind of resolutions you have or whatever. But, around this time of the year, a lot of people, for some strange reason, a lot of it kind of goes toward health, also other things too, but a lot of times, it goes to health, so I'm going to start working out, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat that, and, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but keep in mind, things don't just happen overnight, okay? Take small steps and, and just try to implement this in your lifestyle. Okay, so these are modifiable risk factors. In other words, these are some things that you can do or that can you have control over. That you can help yourself to modify some of these things. So lack of physical activity. Okay, if you're sitting on your butt all day, just eating. Chips and crackers, watching the soap operas, that's not too good. Okay. Physical exercise alone, gets the circulation going and stuff, and other things and stuff like that. So, me, like I said, I always have been pretty much an athlete all my life, but I still am, although I don't do a whole lot of physical stuff like that, but I am involved though. And stuff. Unhealthy diet, especially with high sodium. Okay, that's another factor. I'm not getting too much of all of this here because I want to make this kind of short, to the point. Being overweight or obese, that's also some contributing factors too and stuff. Okay, drinking too much alcohol. Okay, especially around this time of the year. But, it does. It can affect your blood pressure and all that stuff. High cholesterol, diabetes. And speaking about diabetes, boy, that's, when I was as a health professional, I worked, I saw thousands, patients, through the years, all walks of life, all kinds of diagnoses, blah, 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 blah. But when you had the combination of both high blood pressure and diabetes, boy, that's like a double whammy. And you really have some problems, So make sure you see your doctor and get the checkup and stuff like that, and do what you need to do. and stuff. And a lot of people, believe it or not, over a long period of time, a lot of people end up on dialysis. They have high blood pressure, okay, because they can, again, infect the kidneys. Remember I was talking about the blood vessels. Well, the blood vessels that go to the kidneys, they become a little damaged and stuff like that, and, so forth. Okay, stress. Oh my God, yeah. Get rid of that. Okay, as much as you can. Sometimes, it's pretty hard to do. Might be easily said than done. But, that's that's a factor that you have control over, So, okay, so these are some of the bad things that can happen, with high blood pressure, and some of these are, short term. It can happen kind of quickly, but a lot of these, go over a period of time. They're not just pop up out of this clear blue sky, That's why I call it, the silent killer, because by the time the symptoms come, boom, So stroke, okay, remember I said that, through the blood vessels, because of pressure, start to tear and stuff like that, and other factors, and start building up, and then depending upon what part of the body, if it closes that artery up, now artery happens to go to the brain, well, you get a stroke. And then that depends upon what part of the brain that is affected, because different parts of the brain affects different parts of your body. Okay, that's why you see some people, sometimes they have their left arm or left side piece, paralyzed a little bit, or their right arm, right side, so it all depends. Vision loss, okay, it affects the eyes and stuff like that. Heart failure, again, heart attacks, kidney, okay, we went over that there. Whoa, look at this here, sexual dysfunction. Now, that's something, I didn't really, never too much explored and stuff like that, but yeah, so you might want to get that together too. Okay, so again, this is the champion guy, Benjamin Edwards, and like I said, I am a retired health professional and also an online marketer. So you'll see from my channel, sometime I'll be talking about business and business opportunities, and systems, and tools that you can use to build a business if you want a home-based business, stuff like that. But other times I will be discussing health topics, health areas. That's kind of my expertise, and that's my liking. And my mission is to help people to live as long as they can, as healthy as they can, and as wealthy as they can. Okay, so again, you enjoy your day. If I don't see you before New Year's, I guess I'm going to see you next year then. Okay, have a wonderful day. And remember, one life, one heart, one mind, one body, one soul. Champion Guide, take it easy. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate that below. Take care.